Valley View. This is Principal Jeremy Jones, and I am going to be giving kind of the beginning of the year message virtually through this video. Already you have attended meet and greet night, and I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come and visit your teachers. Your participation in your child's education is key to truly maximizing the opportunity that they have. And I just want you to know that I hate that we can't begin our year together in the gym, but we're going to move forward. We have lots of neat things to celebrate, and we know that once we get this school year rolling, that sooner than we can probably imagine, we're going to be back to normal. And so for our 2020-21 school year, here is some information that I want to share with you. Now, every year, these are the three questions that always drives what we do at Valley View and the decisions we make. Nothing has changed based on that. The first one is always the question of, are our children safe? And as we go into kind of a new year and some new circumstances, this is still the number one question. This is our number one focus. The next one is, will it foster a healthy relationship? We are so excited to have our students back in the building to continue to do what I believe is one of our strongest suits here at Valley View, which is build healthy, caring relationships with students. And then finally, if these two questions are answered and we put them first, we know then we can ask the question, does it support academic growth? And so nothing has changed with our new procedures. This is still what guides us as we move forward. And as you see and hear information, you'll see kind of the outline and the flow of these. Now, obviously, we are returning right now with what is currently the COVID-19 pandemic. And so there's lots of questions that you have. We have already released a video that has some information, and you can find that on our YouTube channel, which can be accessed through our school webpage. There is also our school plan, which is in more detail that you can access, and you also have a QR link to which you access this video that's on the same sheet to go to our COVID-19 return to school plan. And as always, if you have any questions whenever all of this is done, don't hesitate to email me. But some general info about as we return for our procedures, there are no longer general assemblies. We will not be housing our kids in the cafeteria in the morning, and we won't be having school-wide assemblies. Grade levels will not be interacting with one another. And so some activities that we would do at certain times, whether it be second grade, interacting with fourth graders, this will not take place initially as we begin our school year to minimize the spread of germs. Spacing in the classroom is happening, and you'll get to see some of that when you meet your teacher. Hand washing regularly throughout the day will be taking place, and every time that a child transitions to somewhere new, they are going to be washing their hands. There's more sanitation protocols that are happening throughout the day. And in our partnership with ABM, that is our custodians, there are things that will be happening all day long. Already many protocols were in place to minimize during the flu season or the cold and strep and things of that nature. But there are some other things that as we've learned about COVID-19 that we're going to be implementing to stop the spread. Assigned seating in all classrooms and lunch will take place, and this is kind of tied into your child's cohort of 10. And faculty and staff will be wearing face masks throughout the day. When a teacher is in close proximity, they will have a face mask on, and as we're moving out and about through the building, teachers will be wearing face masks. And finally, daily cleaning of furniture will be happening at the end of every day or in the rotation of classes. Along with, on the weekend, there will be a deep cleansing that will take place. And in our partnership with ABM, there's some things they're going to be doing over the weekend to go into classrooms and do a deep, thorough cleaning. Some other general COVID-19 info. So as I mentioned, Valley View's return to school plan can be accessed on our school webpage. There's a whole lot more details about what we're doing here at Valley View. You'll see the button whenever you go to our school website. As I mentioned previously, you can also access our YouTube video, which highlights a few of these things. And finally, for any questions that you might have, especially in relationship to this time, please don't hesitate to email me. Some of you have reached out, and I just want to say thank you so much because I want to discuss things with you that we might have a plan in place that we haven't communicated yet. Also, there's sometimes insights that you bring as a parent that helps us make sure that we are looking at it from all perspectives. So all questions are welcomed. So here are some goals for Valley View for this upcoming school year. Our first number one goal is to return to school with new COVID-19 procedures. Our focus for our first couple of weeks is going to be making sure that students and parents understand the procedures that will be practiced throughout the day. Our teachers have been working on ways to engage the students in this process and still finding ways to connect and make sure that they know that school can still be fun and a great place to learn, but it will be while learning how to social distance and keep our hands and our items clean regularly. Also, a big focus is going to be provide SEL support for all students. We started an initiative last year about focusing in on the social emotional learner. And so as we come back from this break, knowing that some children have been through an experience that could have been traumatic, circumstances that they don't understand, we are going to make sure that we have lessons and through our counselor and through our teachers that we are meeting that social and emotional part of each and every child. And finally, once that we have these procedures established, we begin to make sure that we are taking care of the social emotional part of our students. We're going to begin to get back on track academically. We know that from what we lost that last 9 weeks that we're going to have some ground to make up. But already all summer long, your teachers have been working on vertical alignment. They've been looking at maybe specific standards that might have been missed because they weren't taught in the classroom. And we have mapped out a way to make up for these gaps and to get back on track for where your child should be. Some new things at Valley View that I'm extremely excited about. We are officially a CEP school. That means a community eligible provision. It means that all children that attend Valley View will eat breakfast and lunch at no cost. There are some other schools in our community that have already partaken in this privilege, and we're excited to now be a part of that. Our cafeteria manager, Jennifer Allen, has worked very hard and to make sure and get things filled out and numbers that we needed to take care of. And so we're excited to offer this to all families at Valley View. We have our STEAM labs that are going to begin to open up, and this is a celebration of what the PTO did last year. Our PTO raised $10,000 and donated that to us. And so we're going to have 2 different locations to where they will be focusing on the science, the technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. 3rd and 5th grade are now going to be able to check out their Chromebooks. And this is something that we are looking forward to because of some of the curriculum that we're going to be using. These students will be able to utilize that at home if needed. And finally, you're going to hear about Schoology, which is a new district initiative. It is a learning management platform that is going to help support the curriculum that we use in the classroom. And with this, it will bring accessibility to students at home if for some reason we needed to have a temporary time of remote learning. So that's kind of the few new things. The next couple of slides are going to be pretty generic based upon what I shared with you last year that have to do with regular procedures throughout our school year. Transportation for people who are going to be picking up their student by car will need to flow in this manner right here. And you can kind of follow where you turn in and you go into the parking lot over here at Freedom Park and then come along and circle along and then up to our front driveway. Now, as most of you know who have been at Valley View, the first couple of weeks take a little bit longer as we kind of get our routines in place. We are anticipating a larger amount of parents that will be picking up their students. And so please plan appropriately for that. And we are asking for patience as we begin this process of organizing you when you come in the afternoon to pick up your child. Attendance policy is still the same. And we talked about these 2 definitions last year, chronic absenteeism and truancy. Chronic absenteeism is when you miss 10% of the year, excused or unexcused. This counts against us as a school. It's a way that we are measured. Truancy is a little bit different in that it is 3 or more unexcused absences. And now I know what some of you are thinking, with the COVID-19, what is this going to mean to me? We all know the importance of showing up. The world is run by those who show up. But as we find ourselves in certain circumstances, your child's safety and health is our #1 priority. And as you see, if you might be affected or someone in your home or your friends might be affected by COVID-19, there are going to be some ways that we will work through this together. But attendance is still very, very important, and we cannot stress the importance in having your child here on campus. Communication from school to home. There's our school website, which is listed right here. There's one called now Phone Tree System. Please make sure that your phone number is current. We have Twitter at Valley View Cubs, Classroom Dojo. We're beginning to have a new Valley View Elementary Facebook page, which will be tied in directly to our school. And there's also our Valley View PTO Facebook page, which are some good ways to stay connected. And as I've mentioned, we do have a YouTube channel which can be accessed through our school website. For communication home to school, email the teacher, and teachers will check emails often, and this is the quickest way to reach the teacher. Call the school at 423-478-8825 within office hours. My email is jjones@bradleyschools.org at any time that you would like to reach out to me. That's one of the best ways to get in touch. And then for kindergarten through second grade, they will have agendas which will be going home daily and is an opportunity for you to see what took place in the classroom that day. After school care that we have, the YMCA will be operating, and that will be provided here on campus. And also Big City University is open. It's something that we are excited about. You can apply online through the website. In times past, it was not an open application process. So if you're looking for childcare, a place to where they are going to be given also instructional support and lots of activities after school, go and apply for Big City University or the YMCA Aftercare. You have in your hands that you should have received at the meet and greet night a principal's packet, which has a drop-off and pick-up procedures. There is our Food City School Rewards program, which is a great opportunity if you shop at Food City for you to redeem, and we get money donated to us based upon your purchases. Box tops, which is associated with the certain types of brands that you buy at the store, and no longer do you have to clip and turn in the physical box top. You just scan your receipt. Information is in your packet there. A migrant education form that we need all students to fill out, all parents, that has to be returned. A media release form that is important for when we're showcasing the great things that we're doing at Valley View and that your children are doing. And I believe that's all that's in your principal's packet. Along with that, you should receive a CEP form, which will be a yellow sheet, and we need that turned back in. Finally, I just want to give a shout out to our community partners. These are individuals that have been partnered with us for years. They're a great support system. If you are somehow tied into one of these organizations, I just want to say thank you so much. Please tell your leadership that we appreciate all that they do. If you go and you have business with these places, mention that Valley View has recognized them for their great support. We have Valley View Baptist Church, Samples Memorial Baptist Church, Food City, Lewis Group Architect, Bank of Cleveland, Family Pit Stop, Misty Mountain Greenhouse, and our PTO. And we know, especially from the current circumstances that we have went through, that being together as a community is the best way to operate. The best opportunity for our children is when we have our teachers, our faculty, our staff, our community partners working together to give them the opportunity to learn and grow and truly become all that they are capable of. As your principal, I just want to say thank you once again for attending Meet and Greet Night. Thank you for watching this video, and for any questions that you might have, email me at jjones@bradleyschools.org, and I am so excited to see you on our first day of school. Have a good evening, and go Cubs.